What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope for Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate you all. I hope that you had a good Monday. I hope that your week's off to a good start. The weekly astrology is up, so is the weekly tarot. Sometimes the weekly astrology takes a while for people to see. I don't know. Anyways, appreciate you all. Also, an announcement for anybody who follows me on Instagram. There is someone scamming my account right now, and a bunch of people have reported it and blocked it, and that's good, but they did scam a couple people, and they reached out and told me. So I'm never going to hop in your inbox trying to give you a reading. Check the username. Mine's always fixedairmoon, spelled properly. No extra I's or A's or O's or N's. And I'm not going to pop in your inbox saying something cheesy like, I feel called to give you a reading. Your energy is so attracted to me that I would like, I'm not going to, no professional reader would ever do that. So just so anybody knows, anybody who hops in your inbox, don't. Red flag, whether they're a scammer or whether they're trying to do it for real. Red flag. So, anyways, bringing that up for disclaimer purposes. Let's look at the astrology for Tuesday. It's a big day. Tuesday is a big day. We got Mercury retrograde starting today, and this is going to be 3 weeks here of, in a lot of ways with Mercury, it's pretty simple. This is like, don't put your attention on stuff that you are not interested in, especially in Gemini. We can be very stimulated right now, and life can be very exciting. It can also feel a little mundane with a moon in Virgo. But that moon's also trine Uranus. So I don't think we have to put our energy in anything starting off this Mercury retrograde that is just boring and mundane. Like what do you really want to focus on? If you can't focus on all the tasks at hand, start consolidating. This is Gemini. It's small things. Focus on the small things in life that is the most important to you. Sun's 20 degrees, approaching that north node in Taurus. It's a higher level of Taurus that we're in. It's that third decan. This is a much more truffled reality. This is really the best of the best kind of stuff. And I think we need to clean up sort of the stuff in life with the moon in Virgo that isn't on that level. Get particular about the things that are really good and the things that are exciting and that are accelerating your life. And clean up the rest. Get the vacuum out. Moon in Virgo. Start get the Swiffer all that that crud away that's making you put your attention on parts of life that you don't want to put it on. Now, of course, Saturn is here and the sun's starting to square Saturn. So, there are responsibilities in life and we can't just necessarily stop doing everything right away. It's like this is a point of realizing that, yes, we have to do things in life. Yes, life can feel like a struggle. There's always going to be some kind of block up. There's always going to be some kind of hurdle in life. And it's about being persistent for the best things. Taking responsibility for where your future is going. What do you want to connect to? The people in life. And doing it your own way, especially with a moon trine Uranus. There's an individuality aspect here, individuated aspect, and even Saturn in Aquarius. You don't have to do it like everybody else. This isn't the quality of life that is one size fits all. This is your quality of life. And what else is big about today? Jupiter is in Aries. Big Jupe. We'll see Jupiter here again later this year when it retrogrades back to 28 Pisces. But, this is really amplifying our identities in life. It is 0 Aries. This is the start point. What are you starting right now? What big things do you want to, put out there? What do you believe about yourself? And what stories do you really want to go on? Are they the story that you're really interested in? Are they a bunch of stories in life that you're not? This is a big moment. So it'll be very interesting to see what sort of this first Jupiter in Aries transit's like as we come back into Pisces with Jupiter. But very interesting. Uranus is at 15 degrees, semi-square that Jupiter. I think, this is really the more different, the more unique, the more out of the ordinary you want to live your life that is of a very imaginative place with Neptune here, making good aspects to the nodes and even in semi-sextile to Saturn, with Mars approaching the sextile and the trine to these nodes, and in eclipse season and building up to a lunar eclipse. There is such a strong imagination right now. And how can you make that come to life in some fashion that makes sense to you without over focusing on a bunch of things that maybe don't make sense or don't have any fitting into your life? So this is a strong identifying place. And I think with Jupiter and Venus here in Aries, like these are the two benefic planets, when you're able to focus and consolidate on what's most important to you and the story and the feel-good energy that empowers you to be a trailblazer, to be a pioneer for your life and the quality of that life, it'll be so easy to find out what's pure. And that's this moon in Virgo trying to help us out, trying to clean things up, purify, and really harvest a reality that is of our dreams, that is of a great imagination. And not just some, I don't know, feeling like that's not possible. I think there's a big boost of energy it really is big bang energy with Jupiter coming to 0 Aries, and especially in that semi-square to Uranus. Anything can happen in the world. Whatever shows up in the world in these times is really like it wants you to make a unique pivot to what your greatest potential and path is. And you might have to stray from the common path to get there. You might have to really find that empowerment within yourself to do that. And to really be that, that emperor in your life, or even empress, if you will. But then the tarot card pops up because it's the card of Aries, and Jupiter's here like amplifying this for us all. So whatever kind of big pops, big bangs show up, it's really to have you look back at yourself and to go inward with a Mercury retrograde too, and to figure out what's going on with your environment and your mind in the midst of whatever could be going on outside of yourself that might look like a block, but really you have all the answers inside, which is always the case, but it might feel more true than ever today, depending on what shows up for you or what comes to manifest. And I don't know. It's pretty big. I mean, we look at the energy of the chart here, and it's like the moon's fine. It's neutral here in Virgo. The sun's +3 with the north node. And we got +7 with a Mercury retrograde because it's at home in Gemini. Like, I'm telling you, like the little things that excite you the most, put your energy there. And you'll start to see as we come back through this Mercury retrograde what really is of that exciting nature and what isn't. Venus isn't detriment, but evened out because it's sharing mutual reception with Mars, which is getting a +6 in Pisces. But the big one is this big Jupe coming to 0 Aries, holding its ground with Saturn. So the benefics are really holding it down. I'm sorry, that's a benefic. The malefics are definitely winning, as always. It seems like we can't get out of that. And Mercury's neutral. But, this 8-8 with Jupiter, there's a big story you can dedicate to right now. It's the story of you, your excitement, the quality of your life, the self-empowerment, the imagination, the identification of what that can be and how to actually pursue such a thing, and to do things in a different order. Don't follow the herd, if you will. Go your way, and whatever that quality of life is to you, go there and grab that bull by the horns and ride it into the ground. Anyways, wishing you all the best. I hope you have a great Tuesday, and we'll see what some cards are. Mercury retrograde. I was born the day Mercury went retrograde. And I could tell you that I could put so much focus and intent onto the things I love, and I can go so deep and whatever it may be. It's like I could remember, I'll tell you a story. In school, I sucked at school. I did not like school. I didn't want to give my attention to school. Almost got held back a couple times. But in high school, because my Mercury was progressed direct till I was 19. So literally my whole school as a child career, I had a Mercury retrograde, progressed and in my natal. I hated school. But I didn't hate school. I hated the school work. I didn't care about algebra. I didn't care. I kind of liked history, but I didn't care about English class. I didn't care. I didn't want to put any of my thought and effort into it. But man, I loved sports. And I could do just enough school so that I could play sports, so that I could play football, basketball, so that I could go snowboarding, so that I could do all the, not get in trouble, but still do all the fun things that I wanted to do. Wakeboard, all those things, go to the lake, hang out with friends, stay out of trouble. I would do just enough. So I figured out a formula to do just enough school so that it wasn't driving me crazy, but I could live the life I wanted. But I could remember baseball stats, football stats, basketball stats. I could tell you what player had this many hits, RBIs, home runs. I could tell you how many touchdowns, how many yards per carry the running back had. I knew it all. And it was so easy for people like, how do you know that? It's like, I just watch and I see the stats and they stick because I'm interested in it. So if I can give you any advice for a Mercury retrograde, it would be that you can definitely focus on things in life. You can definitely get things done. You can definitely do all the stuff you're interested in, and you can do it well, and you can enjoy it. But you'll find that you get frustrated when you're doing things that you're not into. And it's going to be that look back about, wow, I'm really not into that. That does not excite me. And that's going to help you actually, through all this eclipse season, really decide what the greatest value is and what this story that Jupiter in Aries is trying to write about who you are and what you're starting. King of Wands in reverse. I guess this is just feeling like a kind of a lazy king of Wands here. He's just kind of like upside down, kind of a big fella. What kind of things in life are not letting you feel like you can be mobile and powerful and strong? And are they exciting? And do they light you up? These are questions that this day and even this Mercury retrograde are going to start to bring up. So figure out, what wants to get you off the chair and fully into the physical life that you want. Ace of Pentacles upright. Yeah, there can definitely be some good things out there. There can definitely be some new opportunities, new physical things, new money opportunities. I know money's crazy right now. And these eclipses it's going to get even crazier with the Scorpio eclipse, but we're just kind of seeing what's going on with money. But, maybe it's a new direction of the value of life. Maybe it's not what we always thought it was. But maybe that becomes apparent today in some way, like, oh, I actually really do value this. I'm going to start and keep pursuing that and see what can bloom and blossom and expand here instead of just the same old, same old. I feel like a shift in routine is what's necessary today to kind of see what sparks the interest in a big way. And the Six of Wands, this is the victory card. We got all the fans. We got all the likes. Victory is in the forecast today. I think if you just, say F it today and just do what makes you happy and do what makes you feel good and maybe gives you that shot of dopamine in life, just do it. There's no reason to not do things that you enjoy. If you're really into it and you love it, people can always get on your back and say, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're not doing it right. But man, if you're happy and you feel like you're winning at life because you're just in that state of bliss and happiness, that at least you're one of the few people on this earth that actually do what they enjoy every day, why not? But at the same time, if you're not feeling that bliss and you're not feeling that victory, today's a good day to try something a little different, mix something up, to welcome in that victory, to welcome in that excitement and that valor of life that it's written for us. It's just about kind of going out there and grabbing it. I think Jupiter in Aries is a big pump up for that. And I'm interested to see what actually, starts to manifest in our physical world with these aspects and these big eclipses and big energy coming. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Much love. Peace.